Hello and welcome to class. My name is Kyle. Thank you for stopping by. So today we have a 10-minute practice. This is a short and sweet little class. Perfect to add into your morning routine. This is perfect for beginners. Just a nice opportunity to get into your body, feel good, or stretch, iron out those kinks, and the way you feel in your body is the way you feel in your mind. So let's get into it. 10 minutes, and I could recommend doing this first thing before the sun comes up, after a shower, and before a cup of coffee. Okay, let's get into it. We're going to begin today on our backs, having the feet out wide, and gently lay yourself down. Close the eyes and just begin to window wiper your knees from left to right. You can start off small and then lowering it all the way down. And throughout the class today, I'm going to encourage you just to very gently witness your breath. Don't worry too much about what your postures look like. Just feel into what feels good, really, and allow that to be the place where you focus and keep returning to. And I promise you, once you keep practicing this, things become very different and the magic of yoga quickly rises to the top. And from here, we're going to draw the right knee into the chest, give it a good squeeze, and extend your left leg out long. So it's a reclined wind remover. And gently sway the knee from left to right, just bring a little bit of mobility. Make sure to tuck your chin, draw the shoulders back, and release the leg over to the left-hand side. Supine twist, slowly lowering it over, looking up and over the right shoulder. See if you can lean into your exhale to soften into the posture. And close the eyes and breathe. And as with these nice slow yoga classes, you want to make sure that you're using a full breath, especially when you're twisting through your spine and your chest. There's a tendency for your breath to shorten. So nice, long, smooth, deep breaths. And release, draw the right knee in. Exchange it out, left leg comes in, give it a good old squeeze, interlace onto the front of the shin, tuck the chin, draw in and slightly out, and then just begin to rock your knee from left to right. And release, supine twist, lower it over to the right-hand side. Look up and over the left shoulder. You want to keep your left shoulder on the floor and gently lower your leg over to the right. Close the eyes and breathe. And release. Place the feet down and come into a quick bridge pose. So you want to have your knees up, feet the same width as your hips. Touch the back of your heels with your fingers. That's kind of the gauge of the setup. But also just rough gauge. So press down through the heels, lift the hips up. Option is to stay right here if this feels good. The idea is you're going to just be activating your legs, squeezing your glutes in and lifting the hips up. And if you'd like to increase the stretch or play around with a little variation, you could interlace your hands behind your back. Don't worry too much about whether or not you can close the hands. And if you'd like a little bit more, you can begin to roll onto the outsides of the shoulders, kind of coming towards the top. Close the eyes and breathe. It's a nice posture just to work into your actual posture. So preventing the rounding coming over, which also affects your mind. Anyone who's been through a heart breakup will know that there's a tendency for you to round over and protect yourself, and it also closes off your mind. So opening yourself up, preparing yourself for a good day, squeezing the shoulders, and release the hands, slowly lower the hips down. Maybe just a gentle rock from left to right to release. And draw the knees in. Give yourself a gentle rock from left to right, and then from front to back. Just generate a few nice rolls. And we'll roll over our feet, coming into a tabletop position. Press yourself back, tuck your toes. And from here, we're just going to sit the hips back and then rock ourselves forward just to open up the chest, perhaps lowering one shoulder, then the next. And this is kind of more of a moment of free time just to work into your own body. sitting on the base of the toes, lowering and opening up the chest, perhaps dipping a shoulder. And come to a neutral setup. Inhale, cow pose, so lower the belly. Look forward. Exhale, round into the spine and press. One more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Nice. Step your right foot to the right side of your mat into a kind of runner's lunge. Feel into the right hip. And you're going to press into the hands to rise up. And you can heel toe your feet to the center of your mat. You can bring your hands to prayer. So we're going to shift forward with our chest and then place the left elbow onto the outside of the right knee. And then use your hands just to rinse the spine out. So use that as leverage, kind of pressing against to soften into the back and rinse the spine, look up and over the right shoulder. And again, once you find yourself in a twist, make sure to breathe. And release. And place the hands down. Step the right knee back. Inhale, cow. Reset low the belly. Exhale, cat. Curl into the spine and press. Release. Left foot steps forward. Take a moment just to feel into the hip. And at any point of this video, you're more than welcome just to pause. If you want to spend a little bit more time somewhere, this is just a rough guideline. If your body feels differently, which, don't be surprised if it does. Just take a moment just to work into that area. And you release, press into the leg, heel toe the foot to the center. We're going to rise up. And again, if your knees are sore underneath, you can always have a towel or a pillow. It takes a little bit of time for you to gain that ability to be on the ground. Inhale, shift forward. Right elbow outside left knee to breathe and twist. I remember when I started to practice yoga in the beginning, my knees were very sore. Eventually they do kind of condition, but it's good to be comfortable in the beginning. Close the eyes, see if you can lengthen through the spine. So you want to create an inhale with a length, and exhale to twist and deepen. And release, place the hands down. Left leg comes back. Now bring your toes to the outside edges of the mat, and you're going to press the hands to the back of the mat, coming into a nice squat. This is called a malasana or a yogi squat. But it could just be a wide active squat. And again, a little bit of free time just to move into the hips, especially if you're heading off to work, sitting at a desk. This is a great place to start. Sometimes I like to hook the elbow and open up to the chest. And straighten out the back of the legs to fold. Start off with a nice bend to the knees. So just check if your legs are straight. Bend them a lot, get your belly down. Grab opposite elbows and sway from left to right. This is about as much effort as we will be doing in this morning session, but this is a really important stretch. I do this every single morning just to loosen up my body. Interlace the hands behind your back. Squeeze the elbows together. Exhale, send them up and over the head. Options to stay here. Otherwise, you can pedal your legs out. Again, working into the hamstring. So bend the left knee, straighten the right, and then just switch over. And release, place the hands down. We're going to come forward and lay down we're going to sit down onto our knees just for a moment. Interlace the hands behind your back. So I'm going to squeeze to open up your chest. You can release. Place the left hand to the side of your mat. Arch yourself over. And exchange. Light on the right fingertips. Left hand comes up and over. Keep your sitting bones down. And release. And make our way into a nice comfortable seat. I like to sit in a block, but it's not necessary. My hips and hamstrings are tight, so it's just good to get your hips up. You can always sit on a chair or a pillow. There really is no particular way one should do it. The idea is just to Find a comfortable position. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, close your eyes and see if you can arrive into stillness. And just lay still, just noticing the sounds of my voice. And I know that there's a lot of abstractness to meditation, but just for the next minute, you're going to see if you can take your attention and open it wide up. So just notice any sounds around you, temperature, any tingling, any pressure. You can almost imagine taking your sense of awareness, so the fact that you are aware that you can hear my voice, and fill the space that you're in. Begin to lengthen the breath in and deepen it out. And take a deep breath in to fill, expand the belly, roll the shoulders back. Open the mouth, exhale to release. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Soften your eyes, soften your jaw. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up above your head. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your heart center. Take a moment just to set perhaps an intention for your day. This can be anything you like, so don't overthink it. When you've finished, you can bow your head towards your hands to close it off and lower your hands down. Thank you very much for joining me today. Namaste.